Well, if you believe the opinion polls, it seems most Americans will be quite happy to see the back of President George W. Bush. The combination of a war in Iraq and a recession have taken the president's stocks to an all-time low. Today he fronted the assembled media for what in all likelihood will be his last press conference. To the surprise of many, he was reflective, funny and at times self-deprecating. Here's some excerpts of that media conference with President Bush looking back on his 8 eventful years in the White House.
I do appreciate working with you. My friends say, what is it like to deal with the press corps? I said, these are just people that are trying to do the best they possibly can. And so here at the last press conference, I'm interested in answering some of your questions. But mostly I'm interested in saying thank you for the job. Yeah, Suzanne. I finally got your name right after.
Yes.
How many years? 6 years?
8 years.
8 years. You used to be known as Suzanne. Now you're Suzanne.
Suzanne, thank you.
George.
What is the greatest and most urgent threat when it comes to security that Barack Obama has to deal with?
The most urgent threat that he'll have to deal with and other presidents after him will have to deal with is an attack on our homeland. You know, I wish I could report that's not the case, but there's still an enemy out there that would like to inflict damage on America, Americans. And that'll be a major threat. In terms of the economy, look, I inherited a recession. I'm ending on a recession. In the meantime, there were 52 months of uninterrupted job growth. And I defended tax cuts when I campaigned. I helped implement tax cuts when I was president, and I will defend them after my presidency as the right course of action. The question facing a president is not when the problem started, but what did you do about it when you recognized the problem? And I readily concede. I chunked aside some of my free market principles when I was told by chief economic advisors that the situation we were facing could be worse than the Great Depression.
I'm just wondering, as you look back, why you think you engendered such passionate criticism, animosity?
I'm the kind of person that is willing to take on hard tasks, and in times of war, people get emotional. I understand that. I've never really, spent that much time, frankly, worrying about the loud voices. The President-elect Obama will find this too. He'll get in the Oval Office, and there'll be a lot of people that are real critical and harsh. And he'll be disappointed at times by the tone of the rhetoric. And he's going to have to do what he thinks is right, Jim. And if you don't, I don't see how you can live with yourself.
4 years ago, you were asked if you had made any mistakes.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to play gotcha, but I wonder, when you look back over the long arc of your presidency, do you think, in retrospect, that you have made any mistakes? And if so, what is the single biggest mistake that you may have made?
Gotcha. I have often said that history will look back and determine that which could have been done better, or mistakes I made. Clearly, putting a mission accomplished on an aircraft carrier was a mistake. It sent the wrong message. We were trying to say something differently, but nevertheless, it conveyed a different message. Obviously, some of my rhetoric has been a mistake. There have been disappointments. Abu Ghraib obviously was a huge disappointment during the presidency. Not having weapons of mass destruction was a significant disappointment. I don't know if you want to call those mistakes or not, but things didn't go according to plan. Let's put it that way.
Mr. President, you spoke of the moment that the responsibility of the office would hit Barack Obama.
That's a great question. He will feel the effects the minute he walks in the Oval Office. At least that's when I felt. I don't know when he's going to. He may feel it the minute he gets sworn in. And the minute I got sworn in, I started thinking about the speech. And so, but he's a better speech maker than me, so he'll be able to I don't know how he's going to feel. All I know is he's going to feel it. There will be a moment when he feels it. I believe the phrase "burdens of the office" is overstated. Yeah, it's kind of like, why me? Oh, the burdens, Why did the financial collapse have to happen on my watch? It's just pathetic, isn't it? Self-pity. And I don't believe President-elect Obama will be full of self-pity. He will find, the people that don't like you, the critics, they're pretty predictable.
Mr. President, often presidents leave here, they say they're going to decompress, and then pretty soon they're right back in their office. I wonder how quickly you think you're going to be back at it, whether it's writing your book, whether it's speaking, whether it's traveling overseas.
Mike, I don't know, probably the next day. I'm a type A personality. I just can't envision myself, the big straw hat and a Hawaiian shirt sitting on some beach. Particularly since I quit drinking. Anyway, so I predict to you that, first of all, I'm not sure what to expect. You never escape the presidency. It travels with you everywhere you go. And there's not a moment where you don't think about being president. Unless you're riding mountain bikes as hard as you possibly can, trying to forget for the moment. And so I wake up in Crawford Wednesday morning, and I suspect I'll make Laura coffee and, go get it for her. And it's going to be a different feeling. And it's kind of like, I'll report back after I feel it. So wish you and your families all the best. God bless you.